This is the Moby wrap. A wrap is a long piece of fabric that you tie on yourself and then put baby in. A wrap is going to be more supportive than something like a ring sling because you do have support on two shoulders. A wrap is going to take a little bit longer to put on since you do need to tie it on. However, it's going to keep your baby nice and close and cuddly to you, so it's very comfortable. The Moby wrap looks a little bit more intimidating than it really is. It's pretty easy once you get the hang of it. But as a wrap, as something that you tie on yourself to put baby in several positions, it's a very long piece of fabric. They help you out a little bit though by putting a tag in the middle to show you where the middle of that fabric is. To put this wrap on, what I'm going to do is line the center of that fabric up with my belly button, so right where that tag is, and then wrap it around my back like this. And from there I'll bring it up over each shoulder. So what I've done then is created a cross on my back. And right here in the front, I still have that tag right around my belly button. What I'm going to do now is take these tails and put them down through that loop that I've created in the front. So smush them right down in there. And I'm going to make a cross in the front as well. So now I have a cross in the front and a cross in the back. From here what I'll do is tie this fabric around my waist, and you can really tie it wherever feels comfortable. If you have you can tie it in your back. If you have enough, you can bring it to the front, or what I like to do is sort of tie it over my hip on the side. You always want to do a double knot so that you're sure baby's going to be nice and secure. So that's how we get it on for pretty much any position you'll use with the Moby. From here what you can do, there are two positions that are appropriate for newborn babies. One is an upright tummy-to-tummy position, and another one is a cradle position. A lot of people will look at this and say, well, where does the baby go? So what I like to do is just pull on these pockets a little bit to loosen them up and tighten the fabric across my back a little bit better. And you can see that there are two layers of fabric here, one that's to the outside and one that's to the inside. With this inside pocket, for a newborn baby, what I'm going to do is create a pocket so that some of the fabric's against me here and some of the fabric is to the outside. Because what a baby's going to be doing is going either bottom first or feet first into this pocket here. So I'm going to grab my baby and start with him or her high up on my shoulder so my baby's head is nice and supported. And with a newborn baby, what I'll do is their legs will be nice and froggied up, and my baby can drop down feet first into that pocket. This baby doesn't drop very well since it doesn't weigh anything, so I do have to kind of stuff it in there. But your baby will sink down into that pocket a little better. And what we want to make sure of is that this fabric comes all the way across baby's bottom, all the way up their back and over their shoulder. Once that side's on there, I want to find the edge of my other side, which has this nice stitching on it, so it's a little bit easier to find. And I'm going to bring that also all the way across my baby's bottom, all the way up my baby's back. So now there are two layers of fabric holding baby nice and snug against me. Lastly, what I want to do is find that piece of fabric at the bottom that has that tag on it and bring that all the way up over my baby, up over everything that I've just done, and bring it right to the base of baby's neck. So what I want to see here, and again I have to smush this baby down a little bit more since it doesn't weigh anything, is I want to make sure baby's head is turned a little bit to one side or the other so that baby's nose isn't smushed into my chest. If I want to, I can use some of this fabric here on the side to support baby's head, and again I'm looking for that nice open airway so my baby's visible and kissable high up on my chest. Another position that we can do with the Moby is a forward-facing position. This is one that you would want to do with an older baby that can confidently hold his or her head up. So our pretend baby here, let's say, is around 4 or 5 months old. He's able to hold his head up confidently and he's a little bit bigger. To get baby into the Moby, I'm going to tie it on the way I normally would, and I've got this X in the front. I'm going to bring baby up to my chest and sort of hold him there. And I'm going to reach and bring one of his legs through that X so that there's a cross here. that comes across my baby's body. And you want that cross to come up over their shoulder as well. So I'm going to flare that out. And I'm going to take my baby's other leg and bring it through the other side of that X. And again, I want this to come over baby's shoulder. From here, what I want to do is make sure that this fabric comes all the way across my baby's body like this, on both sides. Because what that means is baby isn't going to fall forward in this sling. The last thing I'll want to do is find that fabric that has that tag on it, that first piece of fabric that I brought over. Have my baby's legs stick out through the bottom there. And I want this to come up and over my baby, all the way up to his chest. The reason why I want to make sure this fabric comes over baby's shoulders is that if it doesn't, and his arms are out this way, this isn't as safe because it means that this fabric can loosen and separate, and baby can sort of fall forward like this. So again, I'm looking for this to come all the way over baby's shoulders, all the way across my baby's chest, so that he's in there very securely and safely. And so when I lean forward, he's really not going anywhere.